Man, I was brushing my teeth. Have you ever brushed your teeth and you got like the back of your tongue and it just like, it just makes you gag?
Can't say I've ever had that, no.
Oh man, yeah, I gag.
You
So
just gotta get better gag,
gag reflexes. Yeah, no, it actually got better since I had braces and stuff. Because before that, when I was a kid, I was super scared of the dentist. So scared.
yeah,
Um,
that's how I was too. And then I got braces. Like, well, I gotta come here every week, so I guess I gotta use it.
yeah. So, all right, bro, let's get this shit started. Yo, I'm with Ghost Miccoy over here, the king to the Mike Kingdom, reporting from California, right?
Yeah, I'm in Irvine, California right now.
All right, Irvine, California. How's the weather like for you, man?
It's super nice. It's heating up. It's not raining anymore. It's just nice out all the time. Fun to go hang out with people and do stuff.
All right, and then looking at that picture behind you, what is that like? Some type of boot camping? What's going on behind you?
Yeah, this is our like office space where the team comes in and we play scrims every day. So we're just like next to each other and like in that environment, we got all the ghost management outside and like resources if we needed it.
And then who gave you that teddy bear, real quick?
I bought the teddy bear, $200 on Amazon. Good purchase.
God damn, this guy just spending your money. Congrats, dude. I mean, much deserved. So let's get into some of these questions. Got a couple things. Gonna be cash, be cash. Let me get the tough stuff out the way, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Phase one, you guys were in eighth place.
Yeah.
Expectations versus reality. Lay it on us, man.
Uh, so me personally, I was like a little worried during the preseason. It's like we didn't play that well at PGL. We were struggling a little bit in PUBG Online. We didn't qualify for GLL. So I was like, okay, I could definitely see us like fucking up 2 days and like not qualifying after playing contenders. But we came back in the last day, so that was good. And then it took us a while to adapt to the new point system. It was like me and Frolic were like sort of both IGLing, and it's just like when you have too many captains trying to steer the boat, it takes a while for ideas to come out, and then or one decision to get made. So it was just indecisiveness and stuff. And then we tried Royale to see how that would go against contender teams. It worked out in the qualifiers, but then we failed in the finals. And then Ghost thought it was a good idea to get rid of Frolicer so I could be full IGL, and then they brought in Shrimsy as a fragger. And then I'd say it worked out really well. The team was all on the same page. We started crashing more. We were taking compounds for everyone. We just started doing what we used to do as the old Ghost, is killing everyone and doing what we do.
Yeah, the Royale. Team Day was there, bro. Team Day missing out by 1 point. Oh man.
Yeah, you guys are close.
So close. So I mean, good for the guys now. Now in NPL. So you'll be competing against the old Team Dave. But two IGLs, and that was for all of phase one.
Yeah, it was like so. I'd say like preseason, Frolicer was like more IGL, and then I don't think he really adapted that well to points change, and then so me and him both started like doing it, and then I would say something, and then he would like disagree, or like we would talk about it for like 30 seconds, but 30 seconds in PUBG is a super long time, so you watch 4 teams rotate past us, or vice versa. So it's just like too many captains trying to steer the ship, and it's like only one person could do it, so it was just indecisiveness and not being on the same page that really killed it for us.
A lot of teams kind of run this two IGL action, or at least have attempted it before.
Not that I know of. So in my opinion, I think it's good to have. You should only have one IGL. So like, let's say I say, okay, we're crashing that compound. Everyone should be like, okay, we're doing that. But everyone should be like putting in their input. So like, just because you're not the IGL doesn't mean you can't make a call. Like if you see a compound open, you're like, there's only one guy there. We should crash this. And I'm like, yeah, we should do that. Instead of just like sitting there being quiet.
Yeah.
So like everyone can like help the captain. But at the end of the day, it's like if I say we're crashing, we're crashing. If it doesn't work, we can talk about it later.
On the break, what type of improvements have you guys been trying to accomplish for phase two, moving on in?
So during the break, we've been working in scrims and stuff. Right now, we've been working on like our team fighting. I'd say when we're in like a straight up 4v4 one-on-one team fight, I say we win 9 out of 10 times, unless they just have a way better advantage or someone pops off, or if it's someone like Tempo Storm, you're obviously not going to win that every time. But if you play it good or they play it good, either side can win. But I'd say right now, like our biggest thing is just like being able to like, okay, McCoy isn't there. He can't call this. We need to like group up and like make a decision and then win the fight. Because there's times where it's like one person has to watch the back and hold off another team pushing while the other three take a 3v4. You know, it's like it's definitely doable, but they just need to feel confident with each other and do that. So that's what we've been working on. And then just like comms and just like not tilting or like trusting each other and like just playing together more since we only had Shrimsy for like a month, 2 months now.
You're the IGL. You make a call. What do? You stay back and let the team kind of do the heavy lifting in the front while you watch everywhere, or what do you mean by that? You kind of touched on it.
So since I'm calling, I usually like to be the one in front or the one flanking so I can see more, the one scouting or the one overwatching so I can see the most and try to like tell them what to do, you know? So like if we're pushing a compound, I'll be like, unless if Bollock has a sniper, he'll stay back. But like if we're pushing a compound, no one has a sniper, I'll be like, okay, I'll stay on the hill. I'll be like, okay, there's a guy in the blue building to your left. You guys should isolate that guy and push him. Or if there's a full team to our west and like a duo to our east, I'll watch the duo to our east so they can deal with the team to the west. Just so that way, like, it doesn't get forgotten or like people don't tunnel, because I'd say I'm really good at like not tunneling or like leaving like the back open, you know. And then I just trust them enough to like take the fight and take it well.
Yeah.
And it just helps a lot when you're IGLing if you can see the most.
I want to compare you guys as far as clout level goes to like the phase from EU. Would you agree with that? Like
I'd say we're
clout.
definitely now we're definitely getting to that level. I'd say, especially like the Fortnite kids and stuff. Like we're definitely getting the following now that like I think we deserve.
Yeah. So how often do you check your Twitter then? I mean, let us know.
I constantly have it open, especially if I make like one of my tweets where, you know, I know it's gonna light the Twitter feed on fire, and I just like reading all the people's reactions or stuff, or like everyone like hating on me. It's like you put out like the fishing rod, like you set the bait, you know, and then like you just tease it every now and then someone takes it and you just laugh at it and you get a good smile.
So yeah, talking about the bait, all right, you had you have a passion, I feel like, for buying unique items, all right. I think you know where I'm going with this. You bought, what was it, the gauntlet?
I bought the gauntlet, the
gauntlet.
teddy bear, Nerf gun, a scooter.
So, you know, putting the bait out there and letting it reel in. You're known for some spicy tweets, and in particular this gauntlet. Do you mind kind of explaining it?
So I got the gauntlet as like a meme to begin with, and I was like, wait a second. I've gone through like 5 different teammates. Let's call it the teammate stones. So like every time now I cut a teammate or someone, we part ways with a teammate, I acquire another teammate stone, you know? And so far I've acquired 7 of them, so I'm the most powerful man in the universe now.
Teammate stones, man. I remember the last teammate stone, your Twitter was not having it. A lot of people were not having it. Why do you think
my impressions look good.
Your impressions look good. Why do you think all of a sudden though? Because like you've been doing it for some time now, but like why all of a sudden has you know, the opinion of the public started changing? You think?
I just think more people were like friends with Frolicker, you know. So it's like when I did with Define, Wiz, Austin, and Turtle, it's like they didn't really, not that many people knew them, or it was too early into the PUBG, you know. Like no one really knew Wiz. Define had like an interesting thingy, you know, and then Austin was sort of quiet, so like he had his couple friends, but like no one really cared that much. And then Turtle had like some EU people, no one really cared that much either. But then it's like even with Profi, no one really cared that much. So it's like a couple people cared, but like Profi saw it as like a funny thing. And then just I think when I do with Frolicker, it's like he's friends with like so many people in NA, friends with a bunch of people in OCE, friends with a bunch of people in EU, and it's just like so many people took it as like an insult, and it's like I'm just doing it as like a funny joke. And then some people are like, yeah, he's just messing around, you know. It's like I don't know if Frolicker took it because I haven't talked to him, but like I don't think he took it as an insult. But like I didn't take it as like a, yeah, you're shit, I dropped you, haha. It was just like a, oh, this like unfortunate thing happened. We parted ways as a team, and then I just made a funny joke out of it.
My question though was always, what if you get cut? Are you going to let the team keep the gauntlet and you're part of those stones in that gauntlet, or does the gauntlet go with you?
The gauntlet comes with me because I acquired the stones, you know. They just acquire their own new stone, which is powerful than all other stones, you know?
Can the gauntlet consume you is the question.
Hopefully not. I don't think it can.
I like it. Personally, I like it. Like you said, your impressions, you know, go through the roof. And that's something that's important within, I feel like PUBG especially, is social media, right?
Yeah.
A lot of teams and players just don't do it.
Yeah, it's very weird to me. Like EU, I'd say they're really good. Like Team Liquid, they all stream and have Twitter, FaZe, a couple of them do it. But like other than those two teams, really, it's like who do you see streaming that's a pro player? It's like it's K-Mine, Drassel, me, Froliker, and that's like about it from like NA that I can like think of that like does it consistently, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like even if they don't have a big following, it's like you should still attempt it. And it's like I assume that they all have like somewhere in their contract that they're supposed to stream like X amount of hours, but it's like none of them do it or like none of them care to, you know? And it's just like to me, it's like why aren't you trying to grow your Twitter? Why aren't you trying to grow your Instagram? Why aren't you trying to grow your YouTube? Why aren't you trying to grow your Facebook? You know, things like that. It's just like so. Let's say when you do get cut, or like, then it's you have something to fall back on, or you have a following, so you have a fan base, or even when you don't get cut, it's like if you get the K-Mine level or Drassel level, like viewers wise, like it's so much like more fun and like just to do what you love when like you go on Twitter and you're like, hey guys, we're playing F4, and everyone's like, good luck today, dude, fucking love you, and then like in chat you see all the Drasso bots spamming like GG and like let's go Ghost and all that stuff, you know? So it's just like definitely a motivator. I don't understand why like more people don't do it.
Yeah, in Twitch, you know, you get your emotes, so your fans can kind of spam that in the chat as well. And you know, kind of made mention of it. Twitch streaming important, obviously, for especially a pro player. But
Yeah.
that's only the tip of the iceberg. You know, Facebook, I don't really use it since my mom started using it. The day my mom added me, I said no thank. I love you, mom, but and then my grandma added me. Like, it's
Like
good
time to log out of this.
Time to log out. I mean, it's good to you know, let your family members that you don't always see know what's going on and keep up, you know. But
Yeah.
some things, I mean, my stuff is a little crazy sometimes, and I don't know how I feel. I mean, I'm pretty open with my family, but I just don't know how I feel of my like 70-year-old grandma baking an apple pie in Ohio, like watch me in the shower sing or something. I mean, I'm sure she'll find it cute, but like she'll be like, "What the heck is going on in Florida?"
Get a couple comments on it every now and then, you know.
Yeah, you get a couple comments. So, social media, your family, dude, supportive. What's up with that?
Yeah, like my mom has a Twitter, her thing's Mama McCoy, and she comments, likes, retweets all this stuff all the time. And that's like she's pretty much the only one that's on it. The other ones like don't have social media, but like they look at it every now and then.
Yeah, a couple moms from NA have been added me, dude. Some player moms starting to like my. Maybe they just don't know where to start, right? Because you know when you turn on that first stream, it's like, oh, I want like 100 viewers, but in reality, that's probably not the case.
Yeah, definitely not. Like there's sometimes like I'm just now starting to get to the point where like I have like 40, 50 viewers, you know, but it's like there's still days where like I turn my stream, it's like 9 viewers all day and no one types in your chat. And you're like, oh, that's depressing, but it's like the grind, you know? So it's like you push through that, you stay yourself, you like do what people want to see, you try to get like fun games, play with maybe content creators like Moses or like other big streamers, play with Drassel, stuff like that, you know, K-Mine. And like everyone's like friends with each other, so they definitely could do it. But I think a lot of people, it's like, so I've been streaming since like pretty much I joined Ghost, so it's like a year of having like 10 viewers. But I think a lot of people, it's like they stream for like a month, they get like 9 viewers, and they're like, wow, this is depressing. I'm not going to stream anymore. No, there's no point. My stream's never going to blow up, you know? And it's like with that attitude, no one's ever going to blow up. So it's like the people that stick through it, push out better content than you, like do that stuff. And I'd say like K-Mine's definitely like a really good example because it's like he was on NRG, he was like a pretty small streamer, like no one really knew him, and then joined C9, didn't go to TwitchCon, streamed all that stuff, been grinding a stream for the past, what, like 6-7 months now, and now he's the biggest pro streamer in PUBG and like getting up to like Choco Taco levels, you know?
Yeah. Okay. And in kind of like a tip from me at least, like say you do have 10 viewers constantly, that's fine, but like try to remember highlightable moments, right? You can go back, clip it, and then put a little montage for yourself, throw it on YouTube. I mean, there you go. There's your content for YouTube as well. Do you think that's important to kind of have within the esports of PUBG, trying to develop those players that just everybody can recognize?
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially like just also to build the connection to like the real world, because it's like, so if someone gets like LeBron James status, like let's use Faker. Let's say there's
like Faker.
He's Korean, so it's a little bit different because like they don't like American people look at it and they're like, oh, that's different culture, you know. But it's like, let's say there's an American Faker, then that's like so much easier, like to bridge the gap where you're like, this guy's getting paid multi-million-dollar deals each year, this guy's winning every single tournament, this guy's dominating the game, this guy's the best person in the game. And then like some normal guy that's like watching baseball goes on Twitter one day and sees it, he's like, wow, that guy's like LeBron James, you know, and like connects that dot, and he's like, wow, this is competitive and stuff. Because I think that's the biggest thing right now. It's like Overwatch League's trying to do it, Rocket League's trying to do it, CS tried it a bit ago. It's just connecting that like gap and like trying to get to like TV, connect it to normal people. Because like yeah, everyone has like a computer nowadays, but it's like not everyone's like knows about esports or accepts it, you know. So it's just about like spreading the word, and
Yeah.
I think as like time goes on, more people will be accepting of it.
You're a player with an agent, and I know there's a
Yes.
couple players in PUBG that have agents as well. But I feel like you were one of those players that did it early on, right? Early on
Yeah.
into your professional career. How important has that been? Has it provided any benefits for you as a player?
Definitely. So the whole first team, me, Define, WizWiki, and then Amazon back in the day. He never was on the original roster, and then Profi and Austin joined or signed too when they came on. So we signed before we joined Ghost. We didn't have to pay anything, so it's like a when he earns you money, he makes money thing, you know. And then so he was like looking out for orgs. He contacted G2, contacted Renegades, reached out to some other orgs and stuff, but they were like not really interested in PUBG at the time. And then Ghost became a thing, and they were super interested in PUBG. So then we got picked up at that. We were the highest paid team at the time for like a year until like Optic really got into the game, and then just now, so like we went through teams and stuff, and then let's say like 4, 5, 6 months ago, I just recently had to renegotiate my contract, and he did that all for me. I didn't really have to do anything. I just reread over like the stuff he did, and now I'm signed for 3 years. I got a really good deal, and the future's looking good.
Nice, bro. So you had the agent, and the agent helped you get onto Ghost because Ghost was looking to get into PUBG, pretty
Yeah.
much. Wow. So it played a big role then.
Yeah, because it's just like if you reach out to an org, it's like you're reaching out like a DM. You're like, "Hi, this is Kevin Lim, blah 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 blah," or like a Discord DM, you know.
Yeah.
But like when your agent reaches out and like very professional, it's like he's managed. What's your name? I can't remember her name right now, but like he's managed like someone really important before in the past, and like he knows a bunch of people, he has a bunch of
Oh,
connections.
your
everyone knows him.
person? I heard
Yeah.
he managed Paris Hilton.
Yeah, Paris Hilton, that's her name. I couldn't remember her first name, but yeah, he's managed Paris Hilton, so like everyone knew like he helped build her up. He's friends with like a bunch of people in like the community and all that stuff. So like he knows about like 1 or 2 people in each org, and like he's really close with like a bunch of people. So it's like when he reaches out and like he's being serious, they're like, okay, let's not fuck around with this. Let's like actually look at it compared to like some random kid on Twitter that's DM'd you, you know?
Yeah, he's a chill dude too. I think I met him in Kiev.
Yeah, Starladder.
Starlight. Yeah, he's a chill dude. I mean,
Yeah.
good for you. But I like it. He's a chill dude. Easy to talk to, but then he gets down to business. That's respect right there. That's some respect. So, a hot topic depending on who you ask. Not so much a hot topic for myself, but
Okay.
PUBG NA versus EU. Is that just a meme, or are people straight up serious about that? Like, is there some type of real rivalry right now between the two?
I'd say I don't think it's as big as people say, because in PUBG, in my opinion, there's no real rivalries. Like everyone's pretty nice with each other, which people need to make rivalries because the viewers like watching that, you know. But I'd say there's like for Twitch chat there is, and like sorta there is. So it's like EU's always like, yeah, we win lands and stuff. What has NA done? Haha, blah 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 blah. Or like when we won PGL, EU's like, well, you had 2 EU players carry you guys, so it's an EU win. Haha. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. But it's like, I don't think there's a real thing there, especially now after watching it. It's like, so we watched PEL, and it's like the teams that they had shorter times to prepare, but the teams didn't seem like they adapted that well, and they just kept doing the same things they've been doing, where like, oh, they're not in 4 circles, send in, like take a lot of like fights and stuff. So I definitely think like maybe in the new point system, and they like adapted better, because I think Tempo, Shoot to Kill, Cloud9, all those 3 teams, and Envy, once they got Moody, those 4 teams looked way better than like any or PEL team. Except for Ents. I think Ents stood out.
Okay, I was gonna say
they
Ents,
stood out.
dude. I mean, they smashed.
They stood out. But like I'd say like Liquid, they did the same thing they've been doing, where like they're not in and they send in and they like get a shack with 2 people in it and they come out and okay, yeah, they're 2 people and they're just better than everyone else, but like they're not really like adapting that well, if I would say it. But, like I'm curious to see how like other regions do. I haven't watched China or Korea.
Yeah.
But like I definitely think NA has like a super good chance of like taking him one.
So Ents, they were clearly in the lead. They had no fear in the world at that point. They knew no matter what they do, they'll still finish in first place. I think this was the last 3 games. They won 2 of those. How did Ents win both of those games back to back, last 3 games with PL, and have around 15 kills, or if more, per game? Just your opinion as another player, right?
So I'd say, so when you're in first and you have a big enough gap and you're like, okay, we can't get past, you play a little bit more carelessly, you know? In my opinion, when you play carelessly, you get away with a lot more stuff, or like stuff just works. There's like no fear, you're just pushing, killing everyone. You're like, wow, we're dicking everyone. This is weird. Why is this working, you know? But like it just works and it just happens. Because like in my opinion, it's like let's use the recent PGL one from winter or whatever, or the end of summer. It's like, well, okay, we couldn't get top 8, but like we won in the last 2 games. We're just like, fuck it, let's push everyone and stuff and win the last 2 games. And I also think it's like there's teams like the bottom 8 teams are like, okay, we can't get into the money. We don't have to play as hard as we would play, you know, especially since there's no relegation. So like there was no real like pressure on. So like it takes into like they don't have anything to lose, so they're trolling a little bit and it's just working. And then the other teams don't have anything to lose or gain, so they're trolling a little bit / messing around. I personally wish that Navi and Liquid fought the whole 30 Aaron Gill games.
Oh, and Pachinki.
Yeah.
That only lasted a day. People actually thought last day of the tournament as well, Navi was going to go back to it and try to contest them, so that in phase 2, like there's an established drop location, but just never happened. Just never.
Well,
happened.
it's like once one of the teams goes to London, then it's like okay, it's their city now, you know. So like Liquid has earned that city in EU, in my opinion now, and like no one can really contest them because like they're not going to leave.
Yeah, no, they're not leaving at this point. Even though there's like 5 teams that drop Pachinki going to London, right? So that's gonna be.
I think C9, Liquid, and one of the Asian teams will stay. I think the other 2 will leave.
3 teams in Pachinki at a world major. That's gonna be crazy. Tempo Storm. If we had to pin them against ENCE, just a full-on squad, 4v4. Who's coming out?
I'd say ENCE, just because like to me they look like there's a lot less to get away with in EU, in my opinion. And it's just like you gotta survive that like 6 or 7 circle phase where like 30 people just die and then you're fine. In NA, I'd say like Tempo got away with a lot, or like they would run up on VG, and it's like wiping VG isn't that hard, you know? Like nothing against those guys, but like wiping VG isn't that hard when you're Tempo Storm, or wiping Lazarus or Noble, you know? It's like if you run into those teams, it's just 4 free kills. You maybe lose 1 person, but I'd say ENCE, but like I think Tempo has a chance of like contesting ENCE.
Besides PUBG, right? I saw you tweeted out that you went outside for a weekend, but are you on the computer just straight up playing PUBG, or do you play other games as well? Because we saw a couple of leaks last week. Someone took a picture, I believe, of you playing some Fortnite, some leaks, some hot leaks. Do you play other games as well?
Yeah, usually. So usually my schedule looks like come to the office, we play scrims from 12 to 4, then I'll stream from like 4 to 8. So about like 8 hours of PUBG a day, give or take a little bit more. And then from like 8 to 12 is like my free time. So like I'll watch Twitch, play Fortnite, like Escape from Tarkov, League of Legends maybe. Just like any game that I feel like playing at night, or like hanging out with people and playing other games.
Okay, so a variety gamer, but your main squeeze is PUBG. Kind of wrapping up some stuff here. You started working out a little bit ago. Are you sticking up with that? You staying with that?
We do it 3 days a week since like 6 months ago, I want to say, like back in like October.
Oh wow. What do you do?
Yeah.
What's the typical workout?
So we have a trainer. He sets up like a schedule for us each month. So it's like there's endurance days where like we're sprinting and like doing lunges and stuff, or there's like strength days where we're like, as he calls it, curls for the girls, or like we're pressing stuff or like lifting stuff more, you know, and like more weight intensive stuff. And yeah, it just depends on like what he wants us to do. And he like tries to vary it up like each day. So it's like, okay, this will focus on your legs, this will focus on your arms, this will focus on your back, this will focus on your thighs, you know. And it's just like each week it's like you feel nice, and it's just like it definitely helps with like mentally stuff. And like you just like look in the mirror and you're like, wow, I look really nice. And then you look at yourself like 6 months ago, and it's like I wasn't overweight or anything, but it's like you definitely see like a difference. You're like, wow, I was definitely out of shape, you know. You can feel it in your body.
So you're feeling mentally healthier and satisfied with you know, how your body's starting to shape up. Has in your opinion working out? I mean, 6 months is pretty solid start. Has that kind of changed your gameplay as far as PUBG goes? Like, do you feel like the two go together hand to hand, or what are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I definitely think it improves, like, or helps you improve in game, like, because you're just like more mentally there. You're not stressing all the time. It's like you just feel relieved, and yeah, it just helps like cleanse the mind.
Working out, cleanse the mind. Sounds like you're doing some yoga as well. A shout out, real quick.
Yeah, I usually stream at twitch.tv/McCoy Monday through Friday for about 4 hours. So, if you guys ever want to stop by there and check me out, then feel free to.
We'll check you out, and make sure you go follow him on Twitter as well. That's gonna be it. That was a nice little sit down with our boy Ghost Miccoy. Thanks for taking your time, Miccoy, and thank you everybody
No problem.
for watching. A pretty solid little thing. And yep, check you out.